The purpose of this video is to show you how to successfully use the bulk load feature in Paris. This includes determining when it is most appropriate to use this tool. The bulk load feature can be used to upload multiple items into Paris at once and is found in the procurement report and in the annual report on the real property acquisition and disposal page, personal property disposal page, staff page, and on the IDA projects page. These bulk loads all function similarly, with the difference in IDA projects being detailed later. This tool uses a custom Excel template that is specific to the type of public authority, type of report, and fiscal year for which it is being used. It is important to make sure you are using the correct template for the report and fiscal year that you are working on. Not doing so will lead to errors while submitting the file for upload. In the procurement report, the bulk load can be used to add many procurement transactions at a time. In the annual report, the bulk load can be used to add many staff at a time, real property transactions, and personal property disposals. Specifically for IDAs, it can be used to report on many IDA projects at one time. To review the bulk load feature more in depth, we will be taking a look at the procurement report. Let's start by selecting the fiscal year that we would like to be working in. Next, you'll go to the Procurement Transactions page, and then you'll click the Bulk Load button. This will bring you to the Bulk Load Procurement Transactions page. Here you will see our gray instruction box at the top of the screen. Follow the instructions here to begin the bulk load process. The first step is to retrieve the latest Excel template by clicking on the link here. Clicking on this will download the custom Excel template. Be sure to save the document in an easy-to-find spot. Please keep in mind that the procurement bulk load template for state authorities is not the same template for local authorities. Similarly, updates to the template are made periodically. To ensure the correct version is being used, users should always download the template from Paris each year instead of reusing a previous year's bulk load template. Once you open the document, please review the additional detailed instructions that can be found at the top of the Excel template. Pay special attention to the data formatting notes that are provided here. For the bulk load to function properly, your data must be formatted to conform to these templates. Data will not load into Paris if the bulk load template is not filled in correctly. Columns that have an asterisk in the name are required. When you click into certain columns, additional directions will appear in a yellow box. Some fields use drop-down menus, and others are free text boxes. I'd like to point out that some fields in the template are conditional fields and may be required based on answers to other questions. Once you have entered data into the template, you should save the new data file in the CSV format. When you are ready to upload the completed file, navigate back to Paris and click Choose File. Select the file you would like to upload and click Open. Then click the Submit button. After you submit a CSV file for bulk load, Paris will send you an email confirming the submission and indicating that the file is in the queue for processing. If the bulk load has any errors, an email will be sent notifying you of data entries that were not valid and thus not ready to be loaded into the database. Paris will create an error file that will be available at the bottom of the bulk load procurement transaction screen. This document will detail line by line any errors that are present in the bulk load file that was submitted. You will need to correct these errors and resubmit the file. Actual processing of the bulk load file will occur overnight, and Paris will also send an email when the information has been loaded. If you are encountering repeated issues when attempting to submit a document in the bulk load feature, please reach out to the ABO for assistance. Next, we will be reviewing how the bulk load process works on the IDA projects page. Please note that these instructions are specific to IDAs and the IDA project screen within the annual report. IDA project information will be carried forward each year in Paris after they are initially entered. Using the Export for Bulk Load and Bulk Load features can replace any manual data entry for IDA projects data. To use the bulk load functionality for existing IDA project data, use the Export for Bulk Load button and save the resulting file in order to guarantee the continuity of data. Then, fill in the fields that are required to be updated every year. These fields will be blank in the exported file. Add any new projects to the end of the file, completing all required fields, and save the new file in CSV format. Once this file has been saved, click on the Bulk Load button. This will bring you to the Bulk Load IDA project screen where you will be able to choose File, select the file that was just edited and saved, and then click the Submit button. Again, if any errors are detected in the CSV file, an email will be sent and an error file will be generated in the Bulk Load Request Status field here at the bottom of the screen. You will need to correct these errors in order for the bulk load to work and then resubmit the CSV file. If there are no errors detected in the file, it will be placed in queue for loading into Paris. This process occurs overnight and an email will be sent when the bulk load process is complete.